everyone. This is Dr. Jeannie Bertoli, founder of What Do I Say, What Do I Do? The 20 Crucial Do's and Don'ts for Parenting Through Divorce. Today, I'm going to start a series of web videos to help you as parents as you're going through the divorce process, give you some of my best tips, some of my best advice that I have given parents throughout the years of my work, and helping them make this very difficult transition and helping them help their children, helping you help your children through that transition. So today's video is about actually telling your kids. That day, that time when you decide it's time for you to tell your children that the family is separating. It's a day that most parents dread. It's a day that most kids fear. And so it's a very big deal. And I want to give you some tips to make it minimally damaging, to do what I say all the time, which is set yourselves up for success. I want to help you set your expectations and help you set the scene and the words that will do what needs to be done, which is kind of what needs to be done when it comes to this specific thing. After those first few sentences, your kids will not be able to hear what you say later. So this is about setting the right stage with the right people in the room and giving one basic overall message, and then you can do the rest later. So let's just deal with this initial meeting, okay? So first thing is, who's going to be there? My suggestion is that if your children are more than 3 to 4 years apart in age, that you have separate meetings with them. So if you have a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old, I might do 3 separate meetings, or I might combine, but I would probably tell the oldest child first and then invite them to be in the other ones. But that way the 13-year-old has their own space to ask whatever they want and to address whatever their concerns are, which are likely incredibly different than a 9-year-old or a 5-year-old. So that's who's to be in the room in terms of the children. Now let's talk about the parents. People often ask, should we do this together? Should we deliver this information separately or together? And that's frankly dependent upon the situation that you're in. If you guys are able to come up with a common message, if you're able to not have acrimony and to just simply come and be together and deliver this information calmly and with the focus being on the kids, the focus being on kindness and compassion for your kids, then great, let's do that together. If one party, and it's usually the case, that one party is extremely hurt by this situation, is extremely emotional and possibly ready on the verge of being angry, then possibly you do that separately. It's better, I would say, to do it together, but again, that's if you can come up with a common message. So let's say that common message, let's talk about the message for a minute. One person may want to say, this isn't my idea. I don't want to be separating. And they may want to say that to their children. They may feel like that's the honest truth about it. But the other parent may want not to feel blamed, but instead just to say, we're not getting along, we're separating, or just we're separating. So look for where the overlap is. And the overlap in there clearly is, we are separating. That is what's happening to the family. So if you can stick to the facts and not whose idea it is, and not any kind of blaming or really even explaining too detailed of the situation, especially in this first meeting, it's just not necessary. What's important to get across in this first meeting is that we are separating. That singular message that we are separating. And then the other piece that's important is the tone. It is that I am genuinely with you in this moment. And I'm sorry to be delivering this news. I'm sad. I'm sad for our family. I'm sad personally. And I'm just sad and I'm sorry. So if you can keep that tone, which shouldn't be hard because everybody I know, every parent I know who has gone through this, is extraordinarily sad and sorry that this day has come. Doesn't matter whose idea the separation is, this is still a very sad moment. So to just focus on those two things. One, the message being that we're separating as a family. Somebody's either moving out or both moving out, whatever your circumstances are. And so we as a family are separating. We as parents are separating. I would add in a close second message is we both love you very much and you will not be losing either of your parents. If you can get that in, tends to be that the kids, after the first 10 seconds, after they hear we're separating, they don't hear the rest, but say it anyway. Because in case, first of all, it's good practice because you need to say it about 100 times a day, but it's still good practice to start to get to say it. And if they do hear it, all the better. So, message number one is we're separating. Message number two is you're not losing either of us. We both love you very much and will continue to be in your lives, of course. So, those are the two content pieces. And then the process piece is to come to them with that kindness and compassion and be with them and say that you are sad to say this. And that's really all you have to do in this message, is to just get those things out. Now, I want to set your expectations that some kids will at that point walk out of the room. Others will have lots of questions. Others will cry. Others will feel very needy and kind of sweet and cuddling up on you. Whatever their reaction is, be prepared because those are very, very normal reactions, no matter what the age. And you know your kids best. You know under stress whether they are likely to choose one of those or to be one of those or the other. So there you go. That's the first meeting. And if you have any questions, or if you have any comments about how the first meeting went for your family, any tips you have that I didn't give other people, or if you have any questions about anything I said, any specific circumstances that you'd like me to address, please write below, write in the comments, and I promise you I will be in there and I will answer your questions either there or in another video. And I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for being the light for your children as divorce and separation happen. Thank you. They need you. We all need you as a society. We need to do divorce better. So thank you for being a part of that. And this is Dr. Jeannie Bertoli. Until I see you again, blessings.